Hey, what's up? It's Total Drama Kitch here with something I haven't did in a while. Manga review. Chapter 599, Obito. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, read it. Search it. I used Manga Panda for it. Read it there. And what can I say about this chapter? But it was expected considering the previous hints Kishi dropped. Um, It's really to be expected because, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people are saying that um, he couldn't be Obito because his whole right side got crushed in the rock avalanche, and for all we know, he was dead. Um, well, if you want to hear a theory, I really support this theory. Go to PS3 HD 360 2, I think it is. I will link his video in the description. Um, but I think his theory is very solid about how Obito is Toby, um, about how Obito knows Madara, about a lot of things. But another thing that really came to my mind is that when Minato fought Toby, um, I want to know how didn't he sense his chakra? If you keep up with the past story, you would know that Minato was Ren, Kakashi's, and Obito's mentor was their Jonin. Um, so he was pretty familiar with them, which would make sense because they're like a family, just like how Kakashi and Team 7 are like a family. Um, which makes the question, why didn't he sense his chakra? Well, my explanation for that would be when Obito was crushed by the rock, he could have been found by Madara, which and been trained by Madara, which is how he knew Madara, which would explain why he took on Madara's name and how he got Madara's fan, which is his weapon. Because in a lot of sense, he looked up to Madara as a more or less father figure in order to uphold his reputation, so on and so forth. Um, but I think if you remember back in the anime, or if you read the manga, when Toby was fighting Fu and Torun on the bridge, which they are Danzo's bodyguards, he was hit. He Torin poisoned. No, was it Fu poisoned his arm. He touched his hand. He touched his no, Torun touched his hand and his insects crawled and started poisoning his hand. And he simply tossed his hand off. And if you look very closely at it, you'll see that um, there's this white gooey stuff coming out of the arm, which, if you think about it, which is um, somewhat resembling of what Zetsu looks like when he is torn apart. If you remember at the Hokage Summit, the spores sort of clumped up like that, which leads you to believe that um, part of not most of Toby's body is made up of Zetsu, and that I mean it is the same structure as Zetsu. But leave your comments below on why you think this is. This is also why, if you read the manga, you would see that half his face is different than the other half. It is more wrinkled or more battle torn. This would probably be because his face was reformed um, by the parts of Zetsu, and uh, which would explain why when Sasuke first met Toby, when he took off his mask, it made him look older because of all the wrinkles on that side of his face. No one saw this side of his face yet. So that side, um, which would Excuse me. Which explain a lot of things. Another point that I thought about would be the timeline. Um, a lot of people saying the timeline doesn't make sense, which is kind of um irrelevant. Not the timeline isn't irrelevant, but their arguments are sort of irrelevant. A lot of people are arguing how is Kakashi so and so and Obito is so and so, and people are forgetting that they are the same age. And that Kakashi became a Jonin at a very young age. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he became a Chunin at a very young age. He, if you if you because as we know, Kashi's father was the White Fang, and he was also a very skilled ninja before he left the village. Um, but yeah, they would be around the same age, which would um, mean that they would recognize each other. As you recognize another one of your friends at the same age as you, you've known them for so long. Um, a lot of people are also saying, why would Obito become evil? If you remember in 598, there's the gravestone, and PS3 HD 360 also touched on this, but the gravestone could have been Ren's. And if you remember, Obito before he died, he said, "Protect Ren." Um, and Toby also said that Kakashi can't keep his promises, and Kakashi promised to protect Ren, but the gravestone proved that he couldn't protect Ren because she's dead. And Toby slash Obito had a lot of love for Ren, which could have really devastated him. And once he got under Madara's control, Madara already hates the Lee village. So that would motivate him even more to throw away his alliance to become more molded molded under Madara. But again, these are all theories. Only Kishimoto can verify these are right, wrong, or whatever. Um, but that's pretty much all I have to say about the subject. Comment in the leave your comments below. If you want to put your own theories, link it to me, and I will review it and I will give you feedback. Um, Subscribe to my channel if you want. No, I don't have a lot of videos, but I plan to get more up. Trust me. Um, but again, check out PS3 HD 360's YouTube, his theory. Subscribe to his channel, and peace.